Namaskar. Dear learners and listeners, I am Swati Rajput. Today we will discuss about transport and communication in social science course. We have many questions in mind when we discuss about transport and communication. Like, what are the various modes of transport and communication and their importance in our life? You will find answers to such questions in this program. Okay, I will tell you a story. Once, Rakesh and his wife lived in a small village. One evening, there was heavy rain and thunderstorm. His wife had severe stomachache. The village nurse advised him to take her to the nearest hospital. Since there was no communication facility available, it was not possible for Rakesh to contact any doctor, hospital, or take them to the nearest hospital. Unfortunately, their tractor couldn't go beyond a few hundred meters. As the road was broken and submerged in the rain, what should Rakesh do? What would have been the solution to the problem? This incident highlights the importance of transport and communication in our life. In this program, we plan to bring before you the various modes of transport and communication and their importance for the development of the nation. Now we discuss about transport and communication as lifelines of our country. Transport and means of communication are integral part of our life today. Can we imagine our life without them? Just imagine if one day you come to know that all the modern means of transport and communication have been stopped due to unavailability of fuel. Transport facilities trade and commerce by carrying goods from the areas of production to the consumption. Goods from the areas that have surplus are shifted to those areas which are deficient in those items. Movement of people from one place to another in search of job, education and emergency through transport facility. Communication keeps us informed about the world's events and trends. It brings in positive changes in life of the people and thereby enhancing their economic conditions. The modes of transport. The modes of transport on land, water, air, which the country depend for connecting people, growth and development. Land transport can be broadly divided into two types, roadways and railways. Roadways, can you imagine changes in the manner we have moved from the ancient to the modern time from these pictures? Suppose you have to go to your friend's house just 500 meters away from your house, or a visitor or a relative living 200 kilometers away from your house. A villager has to catch a bus to come from a village to a city. Of course, the roads will be used. Now, you must have understood the roads are most commonly used means of transport. Roads play a very important role in connecting people and also in ensuring economic growth of a country. Roads provide door-to-door service by means of a rickshaw, car, bicycle, bus, scooter or a truck. The construction, repair and maintenance cost is less than other means of transport. It is the cheapest and the most convenient mode of transportation for a few people and relatively smaller amount of goods over shorter distances. It is through roads that we reach railway stations, airports and seaports. Perishable goods like milk, fruits, vegetables are quickly carried from nearby villages to the cities or metropolis or to the other destinations. Roads connect rural areas to the urban areas and can be constructed in all types of terrains like hills, deserts, mountains and plateaus. Classification of roads. Do you find same kind of roads everywhere? Obviously not. Some roads may be kacha and other pakka, then narrow while other broad. Roads are classified on the basis of materials used for construction, constructing and maintaining authority. Material used for construction, roads can be classified on the basis of materials used for construction as metalled and unmetalled. Metal roads are usually made by bricks, concrete, cement and charcoal. Unmetalled roads are made by sand, mud and straw. Constructing and maintaining authorities. Have you ever wondered as to who constructed these roads and where did they get the money from? They are constructed by using public money paid as taxes by the people. Various government authorities are responsible for balanced development of roads and better management. The development of village roads are undertaken by a scheme known as Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, launched by central government. These provide links from village to village and village to the main road in the rural area. About 80% of the total road length in India is categorized as rural roads. Zilla Parishad has been made responsible for constructing roads that connect district headquarters with other cities and towns of the district. These district roads account for 14% of the total length in India. State Public Works Department constructs and maintains roads that link state highways, state capitals with district headquarters. They constitute 4% of the total road length in the country. National Highway Authority of India constructs and maintains the national highway, important roads linking different parts of the country and connecting state capitals to the main cities of India. They constitute 2% of the total road length but carry 40% of the road traffic. The government has launched a major road development project linking north, south, east and west India. This will reduce time and fuel. Then it will also help to maintain fast flow of traffic between mega cities of India. It is implemented by National Highway Authority of India. The major superhighways are Golden Quadrilateral connects Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai and Kolkata, which forms a geometrical figure of quadrangle. North-South corridor links Sri Lanka to Kanyakumari. East-West corridor connecting Silchar on the east to Porbandar to the west. Border roads are constructed along the bordering areas of country for easy accessibility of goods and other requirements of defense personnel during the time of war and emergency and for the benefit of the people living in those areas. They are constructed and maintained by Border Road Organization. Railways. This has come an easy way to place their demands. There is no strict punishment, said Anu's father while reading a newspaper. Anu asked, what had happened? Father replied, nothing new. A group of protesters have blocked the railway tracks, they stopped the trains and they burned 2 bogies on Agra-Delhi route. Anu asked her father why he was upset. Father said, don't you know that millions of rupees, efforts of thousands of people and many years are spent in building railway tracks and manufacturing railway coaches. This is for our convenience and quick movement of passengers and freights. Such an act causes inconvenience to passengers, loss of millions of rupees and affect business. Anu has realized the importance of railways as stated below. This is the cheapest transport by which thousands of people can travel together from one corner of the country to another for the purpose of education, business, sightseeing, pilgrimage or visiting friends and relatives. People of all income groups can travel by train as it has different types of coaches like general, sleeper and AC chair car. One can have comfortable night journey as it has berths and washrooms in the sleeper coaches. It carries country's largest amount of bulky goods like coal, cement, food grains, fertilizers, petroleum, automobiles, etc. from mines to industries and from industries to the areas of consumption. That is why we should all help in maintaining this important resource of our country. Railway facilitate the movement of both freight and passengers and contribute to the growth of our economy. Do you know that Indian Railway started in 1853 from Bombay to Thane, covering the distance of 34 kilometers? At present, Indian Railway network is the largest in Asia and 4th largest in the world, with the length of more than 64,000 kilometers. It is the largest government undertaking employing 1.6 million people and a separate budget is presented for it. It has been divided into 16 zones for better administration and management of work. When Anu and her father were talking about the importance of railways, one of her friend Jia came to her house. She was studying in Delhi University, but her native state was Sikkim. Jia understood the logic, but question in her mind was, why Sikkim never be well connected with other parts of the country? She stood for a while and said, Uncle, why are there few railway lines in my state whereas other states have good network of railways? He explained the factors which are responsible for the development of railways. The construction of railway is very difficult and costly in mountainous regions, whereas it can be easily done in the areas of flat land. Therefore, India has dense railway networks in the Gangetic plains, whereas deserts, hills, marshy areas with rapids and rivers have not been developed much. The states of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, Punjab and Haryana are well connected by railways because these states are located in plains. He also told that these are the food ball of India and most of the crops grown here are taken to the other parts of the country through railways. Areas where mining and industries are more developed tend to have better facilities of railways for easy transportation of goods. Areas with less industrial development cannot compensate the cost of construction of railways, therefore have less railway networks. Regions which are densely populated and have more movements are definitely well connected with railways. Urban areas of large cities attract more people for jobs, business, education, trade, banking, have high density railway networks for quick movement of people. Anu's father smiled and said, no Jia, the government is aware of the importance of connecting different parts of the country, especially in remote areas. This is being done on priority now. There is a direct rail link available from north to south of the country, that is from Jammu to Kanyakumari, covering a distance of 3,751 kilometers in 71 hours. Facilities to travel in first AC, second AC, third AC, chair car, second class sleeper and general class are available to cater to the needs of the people of different economic strata. Only diesel and electric locomotives are used on broad gauge, providing pollution free journey. The passengers can avail the facility of booking electronic tickets easily from home. Water transport. Have you ever wondered why people in ancient times settled down near the rivers? How was trading possible between far off lands? Yes, it was through rivers and seas. From olden days till now, waterways had been an important means of transportation. It is because it is the cheapest means as compared to the other means of the transport, because it involves no expenditure on construction other than maintenance. It is very useful for transporting heavy and bulky goods. A ship can carry lakhs of tons of goods at one time. It is better mode of transportation for petroleum and its products as it involves cross-continental transfer. India lacks in petroleum deposit and most of it is imported from Middle East countries. It is a fuel efficient, environmental friendly means of transportation. Waterways have been classified in two ways. Do you know them? Find out why are they called inland waterways and ocean routes. Inland waterways. India has inland navigable waterways measuring 14,500 kilometers, which include canals, rivers, backwaters and narrow bays, etc. But only 3,700 kilometers of river length is suitable for mechanized boats in river Ganga and Brahmaputra in the north and Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri in the south. A good network of inland waterways is able to reduce the traffic of highways. It also helps transportation of goods. Inland Waterways Authority of India was constituted in 1986 and looks after the development, maintenance and management of inland waterways in the country. The following three waterways have already been declared as national waterways. NW1, River Ganga from Allahabad, Uttar Pradesh to Haldia, West Bengal, 1620 kilometers. NW2, River Brahmaputra from Sadia to Dhubri in Assam, 891 kilometer. NW3, Kollam and Kottapuram stretch of canal in Kerala, 205 kilometers. Oceanic waterway If you look at the map of India, you will find that India is surrounded on 3 sides by Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal and Indian Ocean. With a coastline of 7,516 km, India had only 49 ships in 1946, with a capacity of 1,27,083 tons. After independence, the government has taken various measures resulting in procurement of 616 ships in 2004, with a gross tonnage of 7 lakh tons of carrying capacity. The two categories of Indian sea waterways are coastal shipping. Transporting passengers and cargoes between the ports located along the coast of the country is done by coastal waterways. Ships of about 100 navigation companies are engaged in coastal waterways, handling about 7 lakh tons of cargo through 12 main ports and 189 small and medium class ports. International shipping. Most of the shipping capacity of India is used in international trade through the ports of the east coast of Myanmar, Malaysia, Indonesia, Australia, China, Japan, and from the west coast ports to the USA, Europe, Asia are used for export and import. Air transport. Do you wish to fly like a bird? By airways, you can reach the destination quickly and without encounter any traffic. Our modern day airplane was designed by Wright brothers in 1903. Air transport in India began in 1911. Today, it is one of the important means of transportation like roadways and railways. India has facilities of both domestic as well as international airways. Let us discuss its importance in modern age. Air transport is considering that world is becoming a global village. It is the fastest means of transport and one can reach the destination in few hours covering the distance of hundreds of kilometers. It is free from the surface hindrances such as inaccessible mountains, dense forest, marshy lands or flooded areas. It is the most important due to its utility in national defense. It also connects countries of different continents, making Earth a global village. It is suitable for transporting fruits, vegetables or high value goods like costly drugs and sophisticated machines in desired time frame. It is very useful at the time of natural and or any other calamities for saving people or supplying goods of their basic requirements immediately. The only drawback is the high cost of travelling or transportation. That is why it is still out of reach for common man. In last few years, the use of air transport has recorded a rapid increase. Domestic and international services are provided by government and private providers. Pawan Hans Helicopters Limited, government undertaking, this company provides air transport to the Oil and Natural Gas Corporation, Indian Oil and the northeastern part of the country. Communication and its importance. Your sister's marriage has been fixed and you want all your relatives and friends to present at the wedding. How would you like to inform them? Suddenly, someone's grandfather suffered from heart attack and you want to inform their family. How will you inform him immediately? How did you come to know that tsunami in Japan or about the incident where millions of people were protesting against the president in Egypt? Your response to the above situations must have classified the importance of communication in everyday life, its need and various means of carrying it out. Thus, communication is a system of carrying messages to exchange thought, ideas and information and also to share your sorrows and pleasure with your family members or friends. Now, you must have understood that the means of communication change suiting the purpose of communication. There are various means of communication. People communicate with each other by writing letters, sending telegrams, radio, TV, computer technology, newspapers, magazines and pamphlets. Messages can be sent by telegrams, fax and emails. For the business trade and other services, email has emerged as the fastest means of communication and is almost free. It is also important to know that the choice of a particular means of communication depends on purpose. Now, let us classify different means of communication in two groups, means of personal communication and means of mass communications. Means of personal communication. We classify means of personal communication in two parts, postal service and telephonic service. Postal service is a very old means of communication. Though letter writing is not that popular any longer, it is still important even today. Indian postal network is the largest in the world. In 2001, India had 1,55,000 post offices providing different services like letters, money orders, parcels, postal service schemes, etc. Telephonic service, it has emerged as one of the most important and widely used means of communication in today's world. It is quickly and affordable, serving our needs seamlessly. Means of mass communication. The means by which information can be communicated to a very large number of people are called media or mass communication, such as radio, television, newspapers, cinemas, books, magazines, traditional folk modes, and satellite communication. Radio transmission in India started in 1927 from Mumbai and Kolkata to entertain, educate, and appraise the people of the country with important information. Today, the program of All India Radio are available to 90% of the country and 98.8% of our people. The television, the National Television Transmission Service of India started in 1959, is one of the biggest ground transmission organization of the world. Today, 87% of population can watch it. Television program telecast by national, regional and local Doordarshan and a large number of private channels are available for education, information and recreation. Computer or information technology. Today, computer has become the basis of communication and economic development as it is used everywhere from homes, offices to shops, hospitals, railways, airports, banks, educational institutions, etc. In recent years, there is a revolution of new technology that has helped people in much better ways, such as internet. It provides access to several kinds of information. It connects all type of computers across the world to obtain information in just one click of a button. Video conferencing, people sitting at far off places can talk and express their views with the help of telecommunication and computer. E-commerce, facility available for sales and purchase of goods through internet and fax. Internet telephony, it is a software program which makes a computer to work like telephone. This facility has reduced the call rates drastically. Email, it is a method of sending letters or information through internet to any in the world in a blink of an eye. Telemedicine, using this technology, doctors can advise his patients sitting at a distance of thousands of kilometers from them. Thus, scientific advancements and technology has revolutionized the system and communication and brought people very close to each other to be in touch all the time and making the world a global village. So learners, we have learned the need and importance of means of communication and transportation, types of roads constructed in India, role of railways in the development of country, types of waterways and their importance in a country, strait, need of airways and its importance in a country like India, and modern means of communication and their relevance in our lives. Thank you.